in the game.
That is high praise for one of us. Here we go, Providence and Marquette from Milwaukee tonight, and the Golden Eagles will have it first.
And Jason Benet right now, the Providence Friars doing a little minute. Dribble exchange, particularly the five-man, Oso, and this guy. Little lob on occasion, nice hands. Adora.
They run that two-man game quite a bit. They couldn't connect there as Barron couldn't get the feet set. You mentioned his shooting ability. Instead, he plays it up top for a miss from Ticket Games, who was great in the first meeting.
Yeah, he's been struggling a little since he's worn that mask. Struggling with that three-point shot in particular.
The last three games, including tonight, have been tough. And Mitchell, Stevie Mitchell, who did not play in the first game with a hamstring injury.
And Jason, you can notice with everybody lifting it, that's available, that straight line drive. Strong by Mitchell.
If he's going to score, it adds a dimension for Marquette. Certainly, he gets an 8 a game.
This is what makes Oso defensively so good. Look at this run out.
Oh, Joplin got clotheslined by Barron.
Woo. Well, that last defensive set, the switch, Oso out on the perimeter, they get a turnover, and this is some strong take and give as well. Those Chicago guys are tough. Present company excluded.
Yeah, certainly. I agree with actually the last line there as Joplin goes to the line, and this Marquette team does not get a lot of its points from the free throw line. So again, if you're looking for added dimensions as we head toward the NCAA tournament, that's a place where they can build.
They're so good at cutting, opening up that middle. A lot of countries where there aren't contact either. But at the other end, they certainly contact you. Heads up on that defensive end.
In the background of that free throw, you can see Tyler Kolek having a conversation with Roger Ayers in the background. Great crew today. Roger Ayers, Pat Driscoll, Brett Hampton here in Milwaukee.
And they were trying to set up some pressure on the made free throw.
You can expect pressure for Providence and this guy, Devin Carter, who just makes lethal shots for the Friars.
And he's got Mitchell, of course, the switch here now.
With Cam Jones on him, he discarded it, and the three miss for Jaden Pierre, and it is a whistle and a push against Providence. That's 2 on Barron.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right? This kid is something special, Aduro. I was up there early in the year, early November, and watched him perform. His head and understanding of what to run on the offensive end. His capabilities are extraordinary. He can make a three as well.
How good are these two guys at passing down low?
Just maybe the best in the country. As centers, I mean. Look, he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, it's out of bounds instead of the foul. So Brent Hampton with the call, and it will be Providence ball.
The rumor is take away his left. He still gets to his left, but he can also go right. But one thing when Tyler goes left is his passing ability. Finds people, particularly on the opposite side, for step-in threes.
He was 3 rebounds away from a triple-double Sunday against Xavier, and that was only in 32 of the 40 minutes. We've not seen them so far play through Oduro very much. Now they do against Cam Jones.
Look at the help, the shade by Mitchell. Nice rotation. Oso on top.
Down low, Floyd against Iguodaro, and he left it short.
What a defensive set.
Team defense, certainly there.
The other thing about Oso Iguodaro is his screening. He opens up properly, rolls to the goal.
Joplin missed it.
Nice check out. You notice how they pick up number 22 over the timeline, Carter. Range and ability.
Well, we saw that Creighton game. He's willing to shoot from the logo. But certainly not only that game, but that was a huge shot intercepted by Kolek here. Scanning Jones, who has been enormous. Back-to-back 4-point games and a foul on Ticket Games.
These two lefties have that drop-step spin. Kolek and Cam, goodness. Sets you up. You almost anticipate maybe somebody will set them up and pick up a charge. But they are adroit with their footsteps.
And agile, too. Yeah.
That's that Syracuse vocabulary.
Well, it takes that to follow along with you. Cam Jones, back-to-back 34 point games for Marquette.
Pretty impressive. In a little bit of a flow and mixing it up, too. It's not just the threes. Great glass shots he possesses.
Talking to Shaka Smart today, you asked him about Cam Jones, and he said he's just been very present, and it's easy to not be with the tournament looming, but he has been in the moment recently.
And with that free throw made, look at the push here. Jaden.
Oduro, no. Rebound, Iguodaro. He got tangled with Cam Jones, and Oso wants to run. And step and bank and miss. Rebound, Mitchell. Oh, what a claw job.
We talk about the motor on the end. Carter. Mitchell possesses it on the Marquette side. As noted, did not play up at Providence, and Carter had a heck of a game.
This is airtight defense so far for the Golden Eagles. Carter taking matters into his own hands. They double him. Floyd to the corner. Gaines rings it up.
Good to see him knock it down. Get back to that comfort zone. They need him to stretch the D.
He made 5 threes in that game on December the 19th. The upset win. Wow. Push 3 from Mitchell, and down it goes.
Boy, does that help if he starts making them? That's the 14th. Little under 30. Look at this, Matt. This is what makes him special. Guard big, little, all 5.
All the scouts here have got to love seeing that from Iguodaro. Nice find and a rake on the arm of Oduro. He'll go to the line.
It wouldn't hurt the image.
Oduro to the free throw line. And you talked to Kim English about that young man. He's a tremendous free throw shooter this year, by the way. I mean, he just raves about what people expected from him and what he has become, a 16 and change scorer in the Big East.
And both of us were talking about how he locks his legs, which is very unusual. Doesn't seldom bend them at all. And he's become a decent free throw shooter.
0 for 2 that time around. And Marquette building on a 7-point lead early on. They lost by 15 in that first game because of a lot of early turnovers. They do that in their second.
And that's all set up by Cuddy. 2 direct cuts to keep that defense loose, and then the magic of that duo.
Smart with the high hands defensively on the sideline.
Oduro has what he wants, but they can't get it to him. He's got Jones. Nice.
Floyd obviously had what he wanted there as well.
Floyd, of course, you kind of first head, played at Providence. Good strength, upper body, tough kid.
He's a Jersey kid. Tyler Kolek, obviously from Rhode Island, has had his battles with Providence.
Of course, tough going home. Good for him.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking to me.
Oh, you too, as well.
Power. Floyd.
I was just thinking of the reception, not the distance.
No, that's... And the reception is affected by the distance.
Of course, we spoke to his dad here at practice today, and he is not alarmed, but wowed by his son's work habits.
Well, you can kind of see where he gets him, right? I mean, Dad is a hard worker as well. First free throw make for Providence. There goes Tyler Kolek.
Once he turns, he's got you on your hip. He owns you.
That was his first shot. And look, coaches have said before, Kim English would not be the only one to say, let him score at the basket, as we're going to get a foul on the back end. It's on Jones.
It's interesting. Oduro ends up with Jones on a consistent basis to save Oduro. Here's that little screen. Now you got options. What do you want to do? Oduro, you want to take away the roll guy? I'll hit the floater. So adept in that area.
How would you play that? I mean, what do you do?
It's hard. I mean, some people want to show big, trap it. Some people want to stay at home on it. I think you have to vary it, to be honest with you. These kids are so talented. Show them the same thing and make you pay.
They are really working hard on Carter. Stevie Mitchell, who wants to be the Big East Defensive Player of the Year, showing it right there.
And well on his way, too. Fighting through injury.
Mitchell, he's the opposite of a lot of guys. He gets energized by his defense on the offensive end.
He keeps making this. How about that? Mentioned that first one earlier. Healthy? Goodness. And he's chatting away here, too, with Carter.
Oh, he feels real good right now, Stevie Mitchell. 10 early, 4 for 4.
Nice help, weak side. How about that, Ross? I'm thinking of Don Nelson whenever Milwaukee, that point forward mentality that they had with the Bucks. Boy, also certainly carrying it on here. How about this kid with the rim?
Punched out by Iguodaro to Ross. That is vintage Marquette.
That is their game. I don't think many clubs do it better right now. Little change. Castro very good at running the floor. Obviously, offensive rebound really has improved, I think, in the course of his career.
Cam Jones picking up Carter right now. Duval with Stevie Mitchell.
I think it's automatic switching, though. You're going to change the view consistently. There you go. Take it.
Step back for Carter. That's no good. And another tipped rebound, this time to Cam Jones.
He's looking for Oso. Dribble exchange, screen, and roll. What's going on? Wait a second.
I mean,
Stevie, wonder.
For a moment, he was on Saturn. This just has been a wall defensively, and this bench is absolutely riled up. Another Providence turnover.
I think he was stepped on the line on that dribble drive. They are really not running their action. They got to weather the storm a little bit here. They had a foot out of bounds there, using that end line as a man, actually, a defender.
I don't know that we've seen a better 7 minutes of half-court defense in college basketball this year.
This has been impressive. Suffocating. Rotating people a little bit, too, giving rest. Bullock back on the floor. Mitchell and Oso get a blow. They were 7.5 deep, though, Marquette. You mentioned how they play in the tournament.
Here's Trey Norman, the freshman, checking in on a back cut by Ross.
They're trying to get him more and more minutes. Got to work on his stroke. That's the one area, the deep one.
Joplin trying to ram into the lane. Everything's falling for Marquette.
It is talent, but it's also execution. They are purring.
Tim English, see where the answers are for the Friars. Tangle there with Castro and Joplin. Duval.
Bo with a nice show. Well, they are individually playing for a tough shot, everything challenged.
Marquette has created basically 0 open looks for Providence. Ben Gold missed it.
Nice play. Discarded, maybe even at the Joplin the foul. They got him a little late. Potential at all.
And when they have tried to enter the ball in, they have not had a whole lot of room. There have been a couple of turnovers off those, and now Marquette will heat them up.
They're great with high hands, too, Marquette. Did a piece of it, obviously, with deflections on dribbles. They prevent that easy entry.
Let's see if that hit and go happens on this possession. There was Castro flashing to the rim, just as he said, but they couldn't hook up.
A little more motion, though. I like the set. A little too much heat on it. I'm working on my baseball delivery. A little too much heat.
That was good, yeah. You can use the word low.
You got
low now.
You got room in the booth for me?
Kolek had some blood. He's got some. He said he's bleeding, and they're going to let this play on.
The way he plays, he gets other people.
I mean, now he's on the ground. There are pieces of.
That shot. Look at that. Falling down the side of his cheek, but he sees things and creates things and sort of really complements their sets.
He also just became even more of a legend in Marquette circles for drilling a 3 with blood dripping down his face, by the way. He just became a meme, certainly, and probably a poster. Another tip away, and a steal.
And Adura was working to get an entry. Got to value it. This is a solid Providence team. Taking the task, really.
I mean, some big wins across the board. Cam Jones getting to do whatever he wants on the backside.
So clever.
Hey, Providence has beaten Wisconsin and Marquette already. At Seton Hall, a victory. They've beaten Creighton at home.
They are not in their comfort zone. Nice tip away.
Gaines got it for three, his second three.
A breath of fresh air. Boy, this is where they got to tee it up now. Control, the bounce, the two-man play. Nice hands here, gets a turnover. Looking to get your legs now.
There's been really no open floor for Providence so far in this game.
They got it.
Oh, step back, Carter.
Too good.
Filthy.
He's not going to stay hitting long, this kid. Love his game.
So now a little infusion for Providence. Back-to-back threes. Norman, long step into the lane. He got it.
Again, nobody posting up, jamming things up. Easy entry.
This type of game could be really big for Shaka Smart to get some people game minutes. That's only his 20th made field goal of his career.
Nice blow by Pierre. Nice help. Oh, he didn't give up on it.
Ben Gold from the backside.
That's good officiating, by the way.
Yep.
Hey, we talked about that at lunch, you know. Indiscriminately giving a tough here.
Yeah, it is what didn't happen in West Lafayette last Thursday.
Yeah. Calm them down a little bit. Hey, guys, that's it.
Oduro being ridden out by Iguodaro. They'll say on the floor, that's two on Oso Iguodaro.
Yeah, that's the one matchup that would concern me. He's so clever, Oduro, in that low post area. He knows how to initiate contact.
Gold's going to come in really fast, and Mitch Riggin, our director, gave you a look at Tyler Kolek's eye over on the sideline there. And Pat Driscoll now saying to Iguodaro, have a seat. Take a Gaines, trying to do it all himself, and this is going to be Marquette basketball.
Yeah, that was off Oduro, you're right.
There's Kolek, who took an elbow.
A butterfly, nothing. Get back in there.
Kim English has been calling this Big East football, and it has played that way so far. Jones on the gas pedal, spun it in.
Again, easy entree. You got to contain the bounce. Persevere in this game.
Marquette by 21.
Early leads are deceiving, though. You just got to keep humming.
We saw that in their Villanova game in Philly as that's out of bounds. Another turnover. Marquette was up huge in that game at Villanova. Nova came back from a massive deficit to take the lead, and then Marquette ended up winning.
And by the way, those said two-man play. You wouldn't want two better guys on Providence to run that little set. Just a little off their game.
See Kolek coming into the picture, back to the scorer's table in a moment. Cam Jones swaying the dribble and scoring.
Just taking over. Oh, he is on a run, as you noted. Numbers with finesse.
Defense is unbelievably active right now. It's like 5 on 7. Gaines needed it for 3.
Boy, so much for that theory that the mask was ruining his stroke.
That is a markup for Providence from Ticket Gaines. He got 9.
This kid wants the ball. Gives it to him too.
How about the Gaines box out there? It was like a run through Joplin.
Look at the hustle by Joplin to get back. Nice entry here.
Oduro, his first 2.
That's more like Providence right there. Good sprint to the box. Oduro knows how to wrap his guy up, make him invisible.
This is the moment now. Providence going to come back in this game. They've got to make a little mini run.
And what they're doing is they're going to zone and take away the dribble drive now. Be careful of offensive rebounding, the foul line. Still get inside though. Wow, nobody helped, nobody dug. That Kim kind of defense too. They've been excellent all year.
Stevie Mitchell had 10 in that first round win against Vermont last year in the 2:15 game. He has a big day so far today. An added offensive piece for Marquette. Oduro, a spin on Gold. Who blocked it away? Joplin across the way for Gold, who missed it for three.
By the way, remember the sign we saw today, Vengeance?
Yes.
That plays a part in basketball. You know, you beat me there, we're going to see it up at home.
Shaka Smart said to his team, I'm playing 5 guys all day who have vengeance in their eyes. And you're right.
And he looked at you.
Well, he thought he knew what was in my eyes, but it was only the left one. That's right. Then Shaka Smart sits down and says basically the same thing. That's when you know you're rolling as a coach, when your guys are saying it. That is a clear-out screen and a massive one.
You guys are all down.
Yeah, Oduro just wiped out 3 separate automobiles in the corner.
Little nickel dimer here. Ticket. Get the reach in.
It's 2 on Ticket.
The kids are so good on ball screens, splitting you too. And here comes one of them back in the game. A lot of options with this light blue club.
I was just thinking that. They are relentless in how they throw themselves at you.
Nice
bullet from Kolek.
He saw it. And how about Jones? Alert. Overload one side. His sprint. And then the impeccable delivery by number 11.
Tyler Kolek, who earlier looked like he had recently been in an octagon, with the assist. And so Marquette with 20 paint points. Providence 15 total points.
That's pretty good defense there. That also had alluded to on the ball screen. Goal again. Goodness. Terrific D.
He's been outstanding today defensively.
Well, Joplin had an empty side left. Should have eaten it up.
Kolek using his strength, and we'll get the armbar foul on Duwall, it looks like. That's the 3rd block for Gold in the game.
Kolek can get under your skin a little. Much like you do with me.
Well, that's
similar.
A little would be an understatement for me.
You know, he's clever with the ball. Little lip service on occasion.
I don't know that he's well-liked among other Big East fan bases, and I think he very much welcomes that.
That's part of his edge, really.
He plays so well when the crowd is getting after him on the road.
See what they say? They take away the left. And the more I watch him, he is very good going right as well. And if you do reach in, he disperses. And he jumped on it. They're forcing him. And remember, Kim was saying it's on me if he goes right. And a chance for 2 for Kolek.
You know, make him score going right feels like a bunch of people reaching for an answer to a question that doesn't really have an answer.
To
like, how do you, right? How do you stop him?
Right.
Is there really an answer, or do you feel like you have to land on something?
Well, years ago, and you were too young, obviously, Jerry West had a great right hand. He was a jump on his right hand. So if you took his right hand away, he usually got 30. You know, and if he didn't, he usually got 40. So like just pick your sort of poison.
And it is a joy to watch great players work. Unless you're playing against them.
That's a pretty high level.
Carter has been stifled so far.
He's got to know. A nice rotation here. A little late on Barron now.
Popped in the air by Gaines. Here's Kolek again.
Always looking. Doesn't mind giving it up early. Nice fake handoff. Drop step back. Still got 18 because they rushed it.
Kolek missed it for 3. This is the largest lead for Marquette, but the defense has been stifling.
Well, start thinking about obviously scoring, but getting stops at the other end, probably tying them together.
Duwall. Kolek kind of let that happen, and the tip is good.
How about Gaines on that one?
Ticket Gaines. Pre him wearing the mask, not before the Jim Carrey classic.
No. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was.
Have you seen that?
No, it was a clarification, very important for most of our audience. 12 for Gaines.
Little screen by Kolek.
into a three.
Boy, that's the one guy I think they want to go 2 for 21 coming in. That's his third three. Boy, could that be magical?
Just game minutes as they head to the postseason. Kolek comes flashing out on Barron, trying to split two.
Nice find to Pierre.
He missed it. Another offensive rebound, and it's a foul on Kolek. Gaines has been super active.
He has. Last
student.
That's just so impressive. And he sort of changed the way they operate. Still got that kind of aggressive defensive mentality. And yet back it off a little solid. I mean, the way they're guarding and exchanging bodies at this end has been extraordinary.
How old do you think I am?
Every time we go for a restaurant, you get carded.
It's Marquette by 23. Gaines goes 1 for 2, and here goes Gold down the lane, and he knew he missed it, so he tipped it out, and now it's high in the air. The circus has shown up.
Look at him work. How about the effort?
That was unreal.
He has gotten better and better. Just not the great jump shooter. Let me rephrase that. He's an excellent jump shooter, but he's added more to his game. Look at him work here.
Great defense.
Look at the bench. Yeah, that is Shaka and the fingerprints.
Pull up three, Pierre. It's a big one.
Pierre delivers. Stops in a row. That's what you're looking for. Contain them and go down and ring the bell a little bit.
And we have a whistle, and we have a technical foul called against, let's see who, Providence and Kim English.
Cumulative, I would say. Not one play.
You feel like it's one of those Lifetime Achievement Award technical fouls?
It's just when your team's struggling, things don't go the way you want.
They had warned the bench earlier.
What I like here is all the officials are not paying attention to him now. Not looking for an add-on.
Well, I think you and I both feel the same, that veteran officials have an understanding that's deep, considering, especially if they've officiated in the Big East for a long time, of what you allow from coaches and how you diffuse situations.
Well, late in the year, it's a little different, too. Fuses are lit quickly. Your attitude today is part of that.
I knew it was coming. I absolutely knew it was coming.
With the turn of the back.
That's his second personal. The foul as we went to break, by the way, was on Norman rather than Kolek. So he's got one. And Kim English having a word with Roger Ayers on the way by.
No, respecting authority is essential. But for coaches, it's a little different.
It is. What were you like talking to officials?
A nitwit. Unfortunately.
That is going to go into the quotable Bill Raftery book.
There you go.
Carter weaves his way in.
Talent. This kid's got it. Just a rocky start, totally. So he can turn the speed on when he wants. Do you ever notice with Kolek?
Yeah, there's a second gear there.
Yeah.
Norman's feeling it a little bit. Kolek driving. Then goal. Got it for three.
He's having a game. Shaka wants the timeout. Also the first.
Steph Curry mentoring Dante DiVincenzo as a shooter, and that's how he's grown even more. But to your point, you see it as a coach. Guys' confidence grows, and they become different people.
I think that they're under the gun consistently. Figure it out a little bit. Well, how about Steph teaching you a little bit about offense, huh?
That would not hurt. Carter went into traffic.
Too much action in there. He may have been grappled with. Look at this little blur screen. Nice cover by Carter.
That was the 11 out of 10 difficulty for Kolek. There might have been a 2 in his future. Instead, he passed it, and a foul called against Ross.
Even that play, Ross had goal in the
Devin Carter has had to work so hard for points tonight.
Great future, though. Nice tip.
That's Oduro.
It ain't made those two at their level.
I mean, Devin Carter has been the engine for this team for so long. The Bryce Hopkins injury could have easily taken the wind out of their sails here, and it has not. Right on that bubble, this would have been a big win for them if they can come back. Norman hands another 3.
That tells you he's been working on that shot.
You can see it in his eyes, right? I mean, confidence bubbling.
Not the least bit afraid. Had a good first half against Xavier, though. Getting some minutes.
There he is again, playing a passing lane. There's some question about the substitution here. They're going to let Gaines substitute in. Joplin will come in as well. This has been an all-out blitz by Marquette.
Well prepared. There's that little three-quarter court they like.
Ross had a notion to try to jump that. Instead, he let Carter catch it.
Got a little zone look here. Could open a little pop and kick. Somebody on the line. Got to shoot it.
Carter missed it, and Marquette serves up a whale of it. He spent some time over in Southie for a little while there. I mean,
I wouldn't bet against him in Southie.
The kid is tough. And the joy he has for the game is the takeaway for me watching him play. Like, he likes creating matchup problems for people.
Nice look here. Good cut.
Oduro trying to bully his way through 2. Then Iguodaro helps.
Look at that defense. Go to the rim. Ooh, he's had a wide open dive.
It's Barron who got the roll.
Lovely little finish there. String it together is what you're looking for if you're Providence.
I mean, if you can get this thing at some point, and as an announcer, I'm supposed to say within 10 because that's what everybody looks for. But if you can get it to something like 15, even at the under 12, you can make an argument.
Yeah, I think this is one of those just keep playing. Don't think about 10 or less. Look at this guy.
Kolek.
Big time kiss. And he has that look of disdain, too, with the opponent when he gets strung out here. And they are so good. Oso makes the play because Odura's not sure. Should I stunt? Should I cover? Big time knockdown.
Rhode Island native Tyler Kolek hits the free throw.
Like I said, Cooley made a pass for him, right? Is what they said. Yeah, of sorts.
And Kim English knew of him. They overlapped very, very briefly at George Mason and Fairfax. Carter just has not been able to extract himself.
They have bottled him up beautifully. Mostly Mitchell, but the switching, nice little reverse pivot. Everything but.
Oduro clears the rebound, and Barron.
He can make this.
Tough shot off the closeout. Iguodaro, though. Another offensive rebound. Pickett Gaines. He's been great tonight.
He has been terrific. Consistent. Good numbers. There's that same little game. Sticks it so well. That little push and the little jump hook. Patented by the big fella.
You really don't have options defensively once they clear the space.
Now the best thing is to contain the dribble, fight over the top, maybe trap it once or twice.
Gaines out of steam, way short. Kolek catch and run.
Gives it up. So unselfish.
Oh, spin cycle for Mitchell. Iguodaro, the hammer.
And they drag two of the dark shirts, the cleanup, but a big fella. Well, they are smiling, and why not?
I mean, they got 2 in the first half for Iguodala, and they led by 24. Brad. They also had a career-high 8 from Trey Norman in the first half.
It's a lot of prep, a lot of effort, and boy, being on the string on both ends of the floor. Look at this kid's strength, too.
He was not going to be stopped, Oduro. You watch Shaka Smart motivate, though, and shoot around. I mean, it's not all tactical stuff they do in the morning or early afternoon. It's a lot of motivation as well.
Did you get motivated?
I felt it, yeah.
No, you're all right, though. He emotes and gets them to do the same.
Well, there was just so much conversation about the first game, and a lot of coaches will say, like, yeah, we're not thinking about that. There's different personnel. He used that as the whole tool today.
It's obviously worked.
Clearly.
But all the drills and the individual breakdowns are part of that as well.
It's a combination.
You can extract vengeance without preparation. It doesn't matter.
I get worried when you say extract vengeance like that. We're going to go foul down low.
And look at Oduro. They got to be careful.
Got a technical foul.
Head is something that they've been told and dictated to observe.
Free throw is good for Pierre. 2 for 2.
Also, I believe that's the third foul, too, if I'm not mistaken.
It is his third personal, so maybe Providence will get some momentum out of that.
And the way Gold is played, it can be difficult.
And Carter, Oduro just fell. Gold fell with him. He reaches across. Bodies are everywhere, and it ends up with Gold.
I like it. Both sides. Keep him in front of you.
Well, I'm going to hurry.
Nice find.
Cam Jones, sidestep. Missed it.
Pretty play, though. Nice run by Oduro and the find by Carter. Big fella getting to the 10.
This is not a Providence team that feels like it's totally out of this ballgame right now.
No, they've got too much talent and attitude.
Ben Gold stripes another one. He's got his second 3 of the ballgame.
I think when they recruited him, they struck Gold.
Now who? I think they may have.
NBA Global. I think one of those kids, the best you could say, he was getting in the lane. Now he makes a couple of threes. Pretty good addition. Post bounce showed early in the year. They do like that guard-to-guard screen and a little nickel dimer there by Jones. They're going to keep playing Providence.
2 on Jones, and I mean, look, while you're here, you might as well. Margin of victory matters, and when you are talking about an NCAA tournament bubble resume, this half could play a role.
Talking to coaches, as we did with Kim today, scheduling is going to become important. Who you play, particularly in a conference like this, you're going to have a lot of quad ones. They're going the other way. They're doing it with the pen and the fight by Ross. They are competitive.
I mean, this is becoming a monster truck show right now.
There's that clear out with the arm.
Yep. That's
Pretty
the right
easy call.
Yeah.
Odoro's going to get his money's worth.
New father. What, 17 days?
How about that? He said, just one game.
Jones whirling. Out of bounds to Providence.
Jones upset with himself. He's so good around that rim.
What's Marquette's ceiling this year? They a title contender for you?
I think they've got the opportunity. Shaka has lengthened the bench a little bit. Guys that weren't factors early, shooting with a little more confidence. You got 2 centers.
Saw Kolek going back toward the locker room area there, so we'll check on that as Gold was entangled with Oduro. Wonder if that stemmed from Tyler Kolek getting hit in the face earlier or what.
Maybe he's going back for a commercial, knowing it. He is loved in this town.
Absolutely, and rightfully so. Oh, Duro, little soft shoe.
He's a player. I mean, they are disappointed in their first half performance, no question about it.
Well, but this is more like it here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm sure they said, hey, let's go nothing and nothing here. Just go play, see what we can do.
Right. Ross elevating and missing.
Good solid stop.
Series that dates all the way back to the 1960s in the NIT. Devin Carter has just not been on point. That was a lasso job down to the ground. Went Chase Ross, and the crowd does not like the contact.
There is some physicality of late. You can see Carter's off his game with that miss. Too good a shooter. And right here underneath, Gaines gets tangled up.
In blue. Yeah, that was not in any way intentional.
No. How about Norman being the point guard here?
He's had a great day. 8 points, career high for Norman already.
The Bulls getting better at that dribble handoff that Oso so good at. And how about that? Speaking of good, the big body of Chaplin nailing his guy.
Still relentless defense.
Let's go at it.
Oduro. Yeah.
Early, if you remember, he was open and didn't get him the ball. On those switches, he had mismatches. You got to take advantage of it at this level early.
A couple of misfires on passes on short rolls.
Yeah.
Marquette without Tyler Kolek right now. So Norman going to work.
He's back on the bench, though.
Ross, start and stop. Down the lane. Oh, yeah.
And he had to come back to that hand. I'm surprised Oduro didn't get it. Good look on the delivery.
Lloyd rings it up for 3 and a timeout. Kim English as they've whittled it to 20.
They got a pep in their, just watch them play. The energy, the development too. And I went down there real early and I was wondering, do they have big guys that can play at this level? They have developed with Bediako, Hutchins, Edwards. Right, how about the deep like Gaines there, huh?
Ticket Gaines beating Iguodaro at the apex.
And they add the perimeter too. Richmond, being the mainstay, but Dawes can fill it up. Davis, they are a solid team.
It was early January when Kadari Richmond and Seton Hall beat Marquette on their home floor, and that was one of those wins where you're like, wow, this team could very well be for real this year. How about Joplin backing in a couple of times today when he's got a mismatch?
But I also like Providence was in there stunting, trying to grab, and just reached instead of grabbing the basketball. And at Seton Hall, Connecticut, Clingan got hurt in the second half of that game.
Enormous. You'll see Seton Hall coming up in just a little while. That's game 2 of our doubleheader.
How about that? Creighton and then UConn. Tough sledding.
I mean, you saw Creighton last week as Kolek's going to come out again. And he's going to go walk off into the back one more time.
Do you think maybe it was not himself? Maybe from being hit in the head?
I don't know.
They would take him out of it as a protocol.
You would imagine, yeah. I mean, all we saw was he was walking, his left hand was on his side walking back, but that's not necessarily an indicator of what's going on. We'll try to get you an update when we can on Kolek.
Also, his footwork is great. Oduro is such a great guy, ducking in and begging.
Pierre lined up a 3. He's a pretty good shooter, 38% for the year.
Different team. 37-3.
Joplin ripped it along the baseline, and Ross drills it.
How did that get through?
I have no idea.
Wasn't much of a drift either. Again, empty.
Jones, hard stop and cut, and this is a tie. It will be Marquette basketball, and we...
You come in thinking you're ready to take on this terrific basketball team. You come up very short.
So the official word from Marquette on Tyler Kolek is abdominal issue. TBD to return. David Joplin sticks another three. So it is an abdominal issue, and we saw him reaching with his left hand toward his side, so we would imagine that's what it was pointing to.
Well, he's such a key guy for this team.
Iguodaro and Carter just bumped him off the spot. Floyd sweeping in, another back tap, knocked away by Ross down to the deck. They're going to get a foul before the shot clock went up. Exactly.
Jumped down on him with the foot as well. We were trying to determine.
And that's what we have.
He was laughing coming over here. I think they get tired of explaining things to us.
I think so. I know you get tired of explaining things to me, so they have to as well.
The zone look right here. Down to 7. Got to do something.
Floyd had to wait for it. On the drive. Batted away by Iguodaro. They got it on the rim, and here comes Zane Lowry, the freshman from Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, he started with a bang, didn't he, with those open threes? He guarded Carter. Took a lot of juice out of Providence.
Tell you what, Stevie Mitchell has played so well defensively, and there was some comments about his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year as Zane Lowry runs it down on the ground again. He went head over heels, and Providence comes away with it.
Nice poise.
Pierre thought he had knocked it down. There's Floyd. Carter trailing, finally an open look for him, and that's good.
Good for him. Hanging tough, not your best day.
He's had to work so hard to get free.
Team-wise, the defense was a bump underneath for Duro. It's not one guy stopping, although Mitchell was good. Collectively, Marquette in the right spots, gap defense, always looking to assist.
You've seen Houston this year. How do these teams compare defensively?
Houston is a step above, believe it or not.
Really?
But, again, they control tempo. They chase every errant shot. I mean, chase every and still balance the floor. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
The 2-3 guys go after it.
Cam Jones smacks it down. This is one of those pick your poison nights.
Yeah, he's really anywhere on the court. He's dynamite.
Carter clanging into Lowry, and he got him on his hip, which is almost an immediate whistle coming later. But Devin Carter, you know, if you're having a conversation about first team All Big East and Big East Player of the Year, when Bryce Hopkins goes down and all the attention teams had to pay to him, to think that Providence would be an 18-win team right now would have really been kind of unfathomable.
It's an incredible job they've done as a staff, Kim, with the leader. You're right. Hopkins, kid that could get to the foul line anytime he wanted, bully ball, just a power kind of a player that complements this front line.
And Devin Carter, I don't know if there are 3 guys in this league who play with a better motor than him. Are there? I mean, he might be number 1.
I had New Mexico, Jalen House, Eddie House's son, reminds me of him. They are relentless, thoroughly meshed in the game, giving it all up. Just a pleasure to watch.
2 sons of NBA players, Carter and House.
Ice it one way here. Ooh, the shoulder.
The shoulder, Joplin.
Gaines has been good.
Been really good. You mentioned New Mexico. How about that finish of the Mountain West last night? That league's crazy town.
Half court, right?
Yeah,
that shoulder. I don't know if he ever got established. That was the key on that particular play. Yeah, that was just over the half court line. With 2 seconds to go, they inbound the ball.
wild. Utah State, top 25 team. San Diego State is dangerous again with Brian Dutcher and the way they play defense. I mean, it's not exactly the same as the team last year, but they still get after you.
Good set here defensively. All the way to the end. Tough shot, counters it.
And Floyd over Mitchell for 2, and Corey Floyd, who didn't start the game, Barron did. Floyd has 5 in the second half. Joplin got the feet set.
The catcher just a late cover. Got a little bit jumbled up. Stayed in the lane. Didn't communicate with him.
Would you say his early 2 in the second half for Joplin was a gateway to a bigger second half? Do you have any other early jokes you care to help me with?
I haven't been to Joplin.
You've not?
No.
Been to Branson? Have you played Branson?
No, but a little bit of a fadeaway here. That's when Willie Massimino took his team NAIA years ago to the Branson tournament.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they see a show? Mitchell tracks it down. I would watch a one-man show if you put it on at Branson. They got to pay his salary. Give me a second. Look, I've been coming from the West Coast sometimes. I had a game at San Diego State, so then I show up in the Midwest and you're chiding me for not having a coat. How much room do you think I have in my suitcase, Bill?
I'm sure you just pack it, carry it. But, I think Shakamoto was talking about defense more than any closing out possessions.
Like this?
Look at setting up that high-low and a terrific read. Norman's had some good minutes.
Did you call Norman a shark? Jones. Oh, he stabilized so well.
So good at the rim.
All right, so Providence, another takeaway.
Hold on.
Jones lights it up.
Shaka, did you see that at the other end? Bumping bodies with his players.
He is full of energy, and you see how calm he is in these huddles. His messaging is just exceptional.
Well, they have been just on top of their game. Defense read things, reacted to things.
Marquette has played with enormous confidence. Jones hits the deck.
Give it up. There you go.
Floyd swooping in.
Nice play by Carter.
Marquette's still in go mode. A push shot. Iguodaro rolls it in. When you get a bounce like that, yeah, you get a stuffed animal at the carnival, too.
And he deserves it.
He does.
I mean, that short roll, he is so good at it. Reads it, doesn't get too deep. Nice pass.
Yeah, slither through, couldn't finish. Oduro, though, he's frustrated.
Nice setup for him, too.
Ross. Wow, right by Oduro, and he lifted out.
He extend that step.
Carter. Yes. It's been a tough night for Devin Carter.
It has. Still playing with dignity, though. Not hanging his head.
Now that cuts to his core. You can tell watching him play over the years.
These kids have a lot of pride.
I mean, Iguodaro's like, if you're going to give me that shot, Ross feels the same, and he missed it. Pierre on the hunt.
Nice find, nice pump.
And Carter.
There you go. Confidence builder, though.
Yes. And we have seen Marquette. Remember last year, the season finale, they brought the walk-ons on, and they had to retract the walk-ons because St. John's got closer. Open looks all over the place. That's Ross landing the plane.
Today at the shoot-around, he was on point. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Just solid. They're getting better and better. 35% coming in from three.
Look, we're seeing Shaka Smart's stockpile depth in front of us. He's got 5 guys in double figures tonight.
Early in the year, I spoke to Shaka, and he said of all the kids, he thought he was the most improved. Early he's done. I think I told you the story where I was invited to be the speaker at the banquet the year before the championship, not knowing the championship was coming. And I arrived at the airport, and Rick Majerus said, "Do you mind waiting? Abe Lemons is coming." So I know Abe. So we get to the hotel, go downstairs to meet Al. He said, this is the way he did things. He said, "Billy, you're not the speaker anymore. You're the master of ceremonies. I don't know any player. I don't know anybody in the administration." And he was right. Abe was fantastic.
Did you get promoted or demoted?
I'm not sure which. I'm just honored to be here, though.
Quick note from Marquette, by the way, on Tyler Kolek. It's officially an oblique strain called by Marquette. Kolek, we saw him go down the tunnel. He's been out for the balance of the second half. Ross will sidestep, got it to the wing. Another open three won't fall for Norman. But obviously we'll have to keep an eye on that for Tyler Kolek.
Hope it's not a concern. Something that could be tended to.
Those obliques can be a little messy as this goes out of bounds. And, you know, he's not a pitcher, so it's a different circumstance, but they're not always fun to deal with, and we won't speculate on what his availability will be, but he's not going to be back tonight considering the score.
Stevie with the ball. Got a nose for that defensive end. Aggressive.
Saw the freshman Donovan Santoro come in for Providence, by the way. Ken Gold has been so active on those helps.
He has been great. So look at them checking out under there. They are well schooled.
Floyd for 3. He's had a big second half. 11 total for Corey Floyd Jr. off the bench tonight. Providence will play Saturday against Villanova. Marquette will see next at Creighton in another enormous game and a really tough spot for the Golden Eagles. Ross hurrying down the lane, and he wanted to laminate somebody.
Taking away the lefts in this team pretty hard. Triumvirate. Kolek, Jones, Jason, Ross. Not easy. Castro, good effort, though.
Toro called for that foul, his first, and Ross to the free throw line. Dallas native. He played for Cushing Academy. That's the Penguins. He played for the Penguins in high school. They also don't wear coats.
That's what I've been told, anyhow.
Learning a lot here tonight. You see, Marquette, UConn next Wednesday is going to be quite the scene here in Milwaukee, and we are fortunate to be able to bring that to you.
Of course, Creighton, you better tee it up there, too, before you look at UConn. You can't look ahead here.
I'm allowed to. I don't have to play.
It's true.
They put up the graphic.
We're fortunate.
Do you mind if I look ahead?
You can respond.
2 minutes left here in Milwaukee, and as complete of an effort as you're going to see from a team, especially in a year where it feels like a top 5 team loses every night, to have this sort of put-away pitch from Marquette has been really impressive.
Interrupting your dialogue. How about Gold, by the way?
What a night.
It's just defensively, he's been extraordinary.
His best conference game he's played defensively
that I've seen.
Yeah. But we saw it Butler too, right? I mean, he has steadily improved this year.
He really has.
Jonah Lucas is on, Casey O'Malley as well, among others.
It's great how these teams have such respect for those guys.
Well, they work so hard in practice.
Every day.
Santoro couldn't knock it down. Rebound battle. He might as well scrap for it. And here comes Marquette and Casey O'Malley, the sophomore from Omaha and Creighton Prep, who's going back home on Saturday. A little pocket pass. They were running Iguodaro and Kolek stuff for O'Malley and Riley. You know that's what they're thinking.
You think we'll see that in the Big East tournament?
I mean, why not? They look like 13 and 11.
And they're getting the kick out of it. Change the numbers.
Jack Riley, Wisconsin native, misses the free throw.
You liked it.
Yeah.
Nice to see the smile on the sideline, too. Kolek back.
Oh, would have been the first point for Jack Riley. No good. That's the most points Providence has allowed all year, 88. A very strong defensive team. Nice closeout by Lucas on DeWall, and the walk-on fest has been pretty lucrative for the fans in the joy department.
And to your point, Providence only gives up 68 points a game.
Hard drive by O'Malley. He is walled off, trying to find a pivot foot. Little lean in with the elbow, and it's shot out of bounds to Marquette with 9 on the timer. The crowd wants points.
Yeah.
From the walk-ons.
Yeah, exactly. The house favorites.
O'Malley's got 5 to shoot. Got to put it up. Somebody has to. Jonah Lucas knocks it down, and the place is up for grabs.
So's he going bananas.
He has 8 career points now. I would venture to say none more fulfilling than that, and we get America's most useless foul of the year.
How about you doing your homework on that one? Covering all the bases. He was stuck, a little stroke from deep, and they run all the action. He's still smiling back there.
He propelled himself off of the Al McGuire logo and knocked down a 27-footer. This is wire to wire.
And by the way, you know, when you watch these kids that are coming, they're pretty good basketball players.
Yes.
They're not at the level of the starters, but they know how to play. They've got some background in high school, pride.
So often walk-ons get phone calls from their high school coaches to these programs to make sure they have a spot, and they get vouched for. And they get their day in the sun every once in a while, and a blowout like this, the largest defeat of the year for the Providence Friars.